Hi everyone, welcome to Yoga with Kari. In this video, we're going to do a nice flow that is great to do before bedtime or any time you want to relax and unwind. We'll start standing, and from here, we'll just start inhale, hands high, gaze high, big stretch, and exhale, lowering the hands back down. Again, inhale, hands high, and exhale, slowly bringing the arms back down. One more time, inhale, hands high, and from here the right hand will take the left wrist and side bend over to the right, opening up to that left side body. Inhale back to center, switching up the grip, and exhale, side bend over to the left. Breathing into that right side body. Inhale back up, and from here we'll just exhale, forward fold, releasing the head, shaking the head side to side, front and back, bending the knees here, trying to bring the torso to the tops of the thighs. And we'll inhale halfway, lift up straight through the spine, and exhale, folding forward, bending the knees. We'll do that again. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding forward. And inhale, halfway lift up. And optional, you can clasp the hands behind the back and coming back down to the forward fold, bringing the palms up towards the ceiling, switching up the grip. And when you're ready, we'll release the hands if you took that variation. Inhale, halfway lift up, and we'll just step that right foot back, coming into a low lunge. Inhale, rise up, hands can come to the hips, or you can always clasp the hands behind the back, opening up to the chest, the heart, or you can always inhale, hands high, and maybe clasping the hands behind the head. Either way, we're sinking the hips down and forward, breathing here. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, placing the hands down, and we'll just step that right foot back up to meet the left. Inhale, halfway lift up, and stepping the left foot back. Inhale, rise when you're ready, and taking any variation that you did on the other side on this side. Sinking the hips down and forward. Inhale, rise back up, and exhale, placing the hands down. We'll just step that left foot up to meet the right. And from here, we'll come into Malasana, so scooting the feet about hip width apart, hands come to prayer, heart center, elbows pressing against the knees, straight through the spine here. Hips are releasing down to the floor. And from here, we'll lower the hands down and just come to sit on the heels with our toes tucked underneath. So this is a really nice toe stretch if you're in shoes all day. Feels really good. And we'll just do some arm stretches. So we'll take the right arm across the body, hugging in with the left arm, stretching through that right shoulder. We'll take that same right arm, bring it behind the head, taking the left hand to the right elbow, keeping the chin lifted here, and releasing. We'll do the other side, so we'll hug that left arm in towards the chest, feeling the stretch in that left shoulder, releasing, and then taking that left arm behind the head and grabbing with the right hand, keeping the chin lifted and the lower floating ribs hugging in. We'll exhale, release, And from here, we'll bring the head over to the right shoulder, opening up through the neck, slowly rolling it over to the left shoulder, breathing here. And we'll exhale, coming back to center, and we'll come to a tabletop position. Nice neutral tabletop, and we'll do some cat-cow. So inhale, drop the belly, lift the head and gaze, and exhale, rounding the back, tucking the tailbone, tucking the chin. Inhale, back to cow, and exhale, reversing the curve, cat. Inhale, cow, spreading the collarbones wide, and exhale, pressing into the hands, cat. We'll come into our neutral tabletop, and from here we're going to look over the right shoulder, and then come back to center. Look over left shoulder, and coming back to center. We'll do that again. Exhale, looking over the right shoulder. Inhale, back to center, and exhale, looking over the left shoulder. And coming back to center, we're just going to come all the way down to a seated position, however you need to get down. Bring the soles of the feet together, knees open wide. Inhale, length through the spine, and exhale, folding forward, going as far as comfortable while keeping that nice straight spine. When you're ready, we'll inhale, rise back up. We'll extend the legs out in front of us. Inhale, hands reach high, and exhale, folding forward. Just a seated forward fold. You can keep a little bend in the knees here, like we do when we're in a standing forward fold, and try to keep length through the spine. We'll inhale, rise back up when you're ready, and we're going to cross the right leg over the left, grounding through the foot. Right hand comes behind. Inhale, left hand high, and exhale, twisting over to the right. The left elbow can come to that right knee. Head and gaze revolves in the twist, keeping length through the spine, and maybe twisting a little deeper on the exhales. When you're ready, we'll unwind. We'll switch up the legs, left leg over the right, left hand can come behind. Inhale, right hand high, and exhale, revolve, twist. Breathing here, keeping length, sitting up nice and straight. Twisting a little deeper maybe. And exhale, unwind when you're ready. From here, we'll just come to lay down. So rolling all the way down on the mat, hugging the knees in, Apanasana. And from here, we're just going to lower the left leg, grounding through the foot, clasping the hands behind the right thigh, hugging in towards the chest. And we're going to inhale, straighten through the right leg any amount, and exhale, release, continuing to hug in. We'll do that again. Inhale, straighten any amount, doesn't have to be straight. And exhale, release. One more time. Inhale, straighten, hugging in. And exhale, release. Bringing the right ankle to the left knee, figure four position. Maybe hugging in towards the body. Maybe gently rocking side to side. And when you're ready, slowly releasing over to the left, keeping that figure four position for a moment. You can always press that knee away to feel more of a stretch. And eventually unwinding the legs, stacking them. Arms can be at cactus or T arms, and head and gaze can roll right. Gentle supine spinal twist, relaxing into the pose. And we'll inhale, coming back up to center. We'll ground through the right foot this time, clasping behind the left leg. Hugging in towards the chest, we'll inhale, straighten any amount. Exhale, release. Continuing to hug in. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, release. And one more time. Inhale, straighten, hugging in. And exhale, release. Bringing the left ankle to the right knee this time. Hugging in towards the body, figure 4. Maybe gently rocking side to side if that feels okay. And eventually we'll roll over, keeping that figure 4 position in the legs. Rolling over to the right, arms can come to T or cactus, maybe pressing the knee away to help feel that stretch a little bit more. And eventually releasing that figure 4 position and just stacking the legs. Head and gaze can roll left. Breathing here. Releasing into the pose. We'll inhale, coming back up to center when you're ready. We'll come into happy baby, so grabbing the outer edges of the feet, pulling the knees wide and down towards the mat. You can always rock here if that feels okay. And you can always play with straightening one leg and then the other, or maybe both, whatever feels good to you. We'll bring the legs together and lower them all the way to the mat, preparing for bridge pose. Arms come alongside body, feet are about hip width apart, and we're going to inhale, press into the feet to lift the hips up towards the ceiling, engaging the glutes, engaging the hamstrings. You can always tuck the shoulders underneath. You can always clasp the hands underneath as well. Maybe inhale, lift the hips up a little higher. And eventually unclasping, lowering the hips down to the ground. And if you have a block, you can always put a block underneath the sacrum here, or you can just lift the legs up to vertical, whatever you prefer. Arms are still alongside body. Breathing here. You can play with doing some circles with the toes, going one way and then the other. You can also point and flex the feet. And eventually we'll just come to a neutral foot. So it's like your foot is pointed, but the toes are flexed. Breathing here, you can always lower down at any point if it's ever uncomfortable. Eventually we'll all lower down, removing the block if you took it. Exhale, bringing the hips all the way down. And if you have blocks, you can place the blocks underneath the knees here. So the soles of the feet are going to come together. Knees are open wide. And if you don't have blocks, that's okay. We'll place one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. And just breathing here. Noticing your heartbeat. Noticing the breath. And you can stay in this position if it's super comfortable for you, or you can come to Shavasana. And again, if you have blocks, you can put them underneath the knees here if that feels good, or again, you don't need blocks at all. You can just extend the legs out in front of you, arms come alongside body. Taking a moment to find comfort in this pose, adjusting as needed. Feeling the grounding points where your body's contacting the floor. and sinking deeper into these points. Feeling the bones heavy, the skin and muscles soft. Releasing and relaxing the entire body. The breath is effortless and calm. You might begin to deepen the inhales here and lengthen the exhales. You can stay in Shavasana for as long as you'd like, pausing the video, but eventually we'll bring some gentle movements to the body, maybe rocking the head gently side to side, eventually walking the feet in, hugging the knees in towards the chest. Hands will come to the knees. We're going to inhale, slowly press the knees away, and exhale, hugging in towards the chest. We'll do that again. Inhale, pressing away. Exhale, hugging in. And one more time. Inhale, pressing away. And exhale, hugging in. Deep exhale. And when you're ready, we'll roll onto one side, taking your time, slowly pressing yourself up to a seated position. Bringing the hands to prayer, heart center. And we'll do one clearing breath together. So we'll inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Here we go. Deep inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Bowing the head. Taking a moment to thank yourself and thank your body for all that it can do. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you guys so much for practicing with me.